What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So let's talk about something very, very important in my eyes, which would be burns. For Terra Luna Classic, it's something that needs to happen in order to see a recovery. Even if we look at the future, and I'm not saying Terra Luna Classic is going to be a burn position or a deflationary position in the future. I mean, it could, but it's not saying that it will be, right? The idea is really to support USTC in the form of minting, burning, and doing everything to keep it stable. But when it comes to the rest of cryptocurrencies that are out there, a lot of things are moving towards that deflationary aspect. You look at Ethereum, right? Having a max supply, being layer 2 and, essentially burning as well. You look at, Shiba Inu and what's burning there. You look at Pepe and the burns that they've done. You even look at ADA, you look at CRO, you look at BNB, you see XRP. All of those things have some form of deflationary aspect to it. Now, we know that deflationary aspect positions are the future. In my opinion, that's exactly what they are. And what I'm seeing, that's exactly what we will see. But for Terra Luna Classic, that's not really just the end goal for that. And a lot of people will get this clouded. They will go, oh, well, burn tax is not what it's supposed to be. You're probably right. But what it is supposed to do is, have an algorithm in place and support USTC. So why is it not doing that? Because it's not at a price where it could be. It's not at a supply where it could do that. So we need to burn down that supply. Since the beginning of this drop, when we saw it drop all the way down to 0.0000006 or whatever you saw the low as, the idea that I was talking about was like, hey, the reason why I'm investing into this is because if we see this burn the entire supply, it will be massive. It will get back to normal and we'll be able to make a lot of money out of it, as well as seeing the chain completely recover. And I think what really hit close to home for a lot of people was the fact that people can make a lot of money with it. And they're always stuck on making a lot of money and never sacrificing what they have. So for people that are buying right now, you may not want to pay a tax on the situation. You may not want to pay a 1% or 1.5 or 2% or whatever the tax may be on your position. But taxes are important, especially when you're talking about recovery, especially when you're talking about, you look at the world today. We get taxed in order to fix the roads. We all sacrifice a little piece in order to make sure the roads get fixed. Now, do they use all of that money towards fixing the roads? I mean, I don't really see the budgets, so I would assume not, but you are seeing that they're using some of that money to fix the roads. Same thing goes here. We're using that tax to fix the road, to fix the path forward for Terra Luna Classic. So we had a 1.2% tax, and that 1.2% tax actually provided some of the most burns that we've seen and some of the most attention from people outside of the community looking for a project that's going to have a massive road or a massive push up, not only for the gains, but also to be a part of something, a bigger chain, a bigger project. And the 1.2% was really only implemented for 3 weeks, and it still had more burns than what you've seen in the entire implementation of the 0.2%, or even getting into the 0.5%. We're starting to see a little bit more now with a little bit more volume, but even with the 0.5%. So if the 1.2% had that much of an impact, why are we not back at that point? Why are we not implementing that and continuing to see those burns? Well, validators don't want it. DApps don't want it. But we understand that we have, whitelists and things of that nature that maybe if we feel like they can't become profitable and we want to adhere to what they are doing, what they are building, then we could possibly do that and see the standard transactions. But honestly, I think we need everybody to sacrifice, not just, regular people or bigger holders or bigger spenders. Everyone needs to have some sort of sacrifice. And if you're not building at that time, then fantastic. You're not building at that time. Eventually it'll come back and you'll be able to do that. But we should be supporting this every single step of the way, every little bit and piece of volume. We should be supporting the burn tax. So there's a parameter change. I know this was kind of a long-winded way of getting to it, but there's a parameter change, article in the Commonwealth. And I kind of wanted to go through, I guess, a little bit of it and see what they're thinking that we could do with this tax and why I think I would agree, and I do agree, on what's here, because I want to see the burn tax implemented on chain, and then we can talk about off chain. because that's where majority of the volume is. Once we agree and stay at that level and it becomes normal, then we can move off chain. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you guys want to check out any of the links down below, feel free to check out those links. If you guys want to start trading with Margex, that link is in the description. It should be at the top of the description, and you can get up to 100x leverage. I hear they're going to be, we're in talks of trying to get them to add Terra Luna Classic, and maybe they can add some sort of tax with it as you see the volume through there. But we want to see it implemented in all types of exchanges, and we don't want to limit their volume or stifle their volume. So anyways, there is a parameter change proposal. So this is a community-led proposal for a parameter change to adjust the on-chain tax rate to 1.5%. This would bring us back to the original 1.2% tax with 0.3% funding to the chain by the current on-chain 80 to 20 split. The tax split 0.15% to the community pool and 0.15% to staking rewards. The original 1.2% burn tax was removed after a few weeks in 2022, which was too early to judge whether it would be a long-term success. Though our burns were good at the time, as we see from the 0.5% tax raised from 0.2, it resulted in higher burns and more funding to the chain overall without any discernible volume loss or on-chain capital fights or flights. In belief, a 1.5% total on-chain tax is reasonable and will be accepted by the community as a whole after implementation. After a few months, it will become normal, just like the 0.5% tax is normal, becoming accepted as common and standard, but bringing strong benefits. In addition, the chain already has the DApp smart contract whitelisted from the tax in place with DApps, which DApps can apply to be listed as well. And there was a recently passed a proposal to rework the tax implement in the gas fees. It makes it easier for DApps. So honestly, what they're looking to do, like you get a sense for what they're trying to do. You have a 1.2% tax that goes towards burn and the 3% that goes towards, or 0.3% that goes towards the community. And that's honestly not bad at all. I would be in agreement to this. And the reason why I would be in agreement to this, I know some people look at it and they go, oh, I don't want it taxed at 1.2% or 1.5%. But if we all accept some sort of sacrifice and show exchanges that we are willing to sacrifice things, yes, it does limit the volume that we will see on chain, because most volume that we'll end up seeing is off chain. And then we can start to talk to them about the on chain volume and having a tax implemented there, because we need to have every single bit of volume to be taxed in order to recover it. And I think a lot of people get this confused, because what we tend to focus on is like, hey, Terra Luna Classic will just reach $1 and we're going to sell. But no, we want it to reach $1 to find the path forward to recover USTC, Lunic, and the algorithm that's in place. We want to be able to do that. And the way that we do that more efficiently is by having everybody go, okay, this is exactly what we can do as we see standard volume. It may be a slight impact here and there when you see 1.5%, but it will show us the path forward and how we can burn down the entire supply very, very quickly. I can go through an entire breakdown exactly what we could see if we saw a 1.5% tax that was there and 1.2% that was going towards the burns. Right now we have a 0.1% within Binance, and I think that could be accelerated as long as we show that we are all together on one path and one road. If we all agree that burns are the way, and they're not the way just to make us sell, it's the way to help us get to the old normal and create a new normal at the same time. We don't need to get down to 300 million coins that are out there. We don't need to get down to 1 billion coins. We can get to 10 billion coins and see it at a level where it's at $5, support USTC overall. And honestly, we're at a $1 billion market cap. We have so much room ahead of us, so much of a road ahead of us. And I just hope that we have that road for, recovering the algorithm, recovering USTC or repegging USTC. And the way that we do that is honestly through something like this. So I am in 100% agreement as a person that has Terra Luna Classic, that goes through transactions, and I'm willing to buy more, sell some, do whatever I have to do in order to have that tax implemented within my position. And no matter what, it will be implemented within my position, because if I decide to sell some at some point, whatever that amount is, 1.5% would come out. No matter where it goes, I'm in full agreement to do that, because I want to see the entire chain together, like in one spot, in one path, one road. That's the way we need to go. And I think this is one way to look at that. But it's up to you guys. There's a lot of maybe, validators that may not be all for this. But I do think that this is the way that we reach there, because it starts with on-chain. Like CZ said, it starts with on-chain, and then we can see it implemented to off-chain. But all off-chain wanted to see, all the exchanges want to see, is to be told that the entire community cares about the future, the success of Terra Luna Classic and USTC, not just the success of their bank accounts. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this parameter change. I'll put the link to this down below if you guys want to go and review it. But there are maybe some negative comments here within it. So no, the best crypto mind in the world said this will not work. Whales won't trade, so it will kill the chain. And that's not true, right? Sorry, that's not true. CZ said it will work, and the only way that it does work is if everybody's deciding to burn. We see chains that have a standard burn within them. We see projects that have a standard burn within them, and they have a lot of success. Now, do they have that burn that's happening on chain? No, they don't. Or sorry, off chain? No, they don't. But who's to say that we can't be the first to find a way to implement that 1.2% there? They're already launched. Like Terra Luna Classic is already there on so many different exchanges, right? On so many different exchanges. You see Binance, KuCoin, Kraken. You're able to buy it on 106 different platforms there. And every single place we could speak to them and say, look, this pairing, can you implement the 1.2% tax or 1% tax for exchanges? Make it a little bit better for exchanges. The point is to survive. The point is to recover the entire thing. And I think we're getting our judgment clouded. There's a lot of people that agree a tax would work. Validators really don't want to agree that the tax would work. And some may want to flow that route or go that route. But I have been in favor of, I believe Vegas came up with it. I've been in favor of Vegas's 1.2% burn tax since the beginning. And I will always support it. And I never liked the fact that they decreased it, that we had the opportunity to decrease. It should have been something that stays standard and can never be changed until we hit a certain point. Then we know that automatically we will always have that tax associated with it on chain. And we can focus off chain because we know we're in agreement somewhere. But there's always going to be people that just don't agree. And when they don't agree, they will build up a crowd. And when they build up a crowd, they now have a lot of people that also don't agree because they're screaming the loudest. And we're not screaming the loudest. We're just telling you, look, this would work. And I know it will be proven to work, that it will go a lot further, and we'll see a ton of burns that come off the top. And we'll see Terra Luna Classic, relive that $1, $2, $5, $10 mark, as well as seeing USTC back up to a normal. Whatever that new normal is, you'll see it. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. I know there may be some strong opinions down in the comment section, but I'll be reading all the comments. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out my link for Margex down below if you guys want to start trading on Margex. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.